Hey, 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 she's back. I am so crazy busy this past week, and I have some story to share. Story that I experienced that's not the best. It's one of the fire I have to put out. Miami is a beautiful city. Don't get me wrong, but the rental scams are ugly, okay? Miami is beautiful enough to make you lower your guard. If you are not from here, you need to learn before you get here. So many people have moved to live in Miami now since COVID. So there's many problems that people don't always talk about. Rental problem is the biggest one. Everything went up 3 times the price. I lived here for 13 years, since 2013 when I moved here to do an opening for Cartier in Aventura Mall. And usually every 3 years my life will upgrade to do something else to make more money. Miami is beautiful, but it's very expensive since everyone moved down here after COVID. The price of the property went up 3 times. So it's been about 6-7 years ago, because COVID shut down, people got scared, all that pandemic back and forth. Everybody is moving here. Now, every square inch in Miami, a high-rise is being built. Luxury high-rise I'm talking about. I used to pay $2,100 for a 3-bedroom townhome with big master bathroom and jacuzzi tub, all that good stuff. And the next year, this is 13 years ago, my rent went up $100, and I'm like, what? So it went up to $2,100, and I thought that was a lot. But then my son moved out and graduated high school with his dad. So I decided to downsize and move into a 2 bedrooms. Back then, it was a beautiful condo on the corner by the beach. It was only $1,800 for 2 bedroom and 2,400 square feet. Beautiful location. And I learned that people here will try to scam you left and right. Miami is the biggest scam city of all city that I've lived in. And I lived in many major cities with my career. But I love it here, don't get me wrong. If you can afford it, and if you are alert and not let your guard down, I'm gonna help you. Because as a single mom or an older lady or senior citizens here in Miami, you are a target. You're like a target for scammer. Don't send nobody any money. That's one rule that I will share with you. I almost got scammed on my second property because this landlord or so-called people listed a beautiful townhouse by the beach for an unbelievable price. That year it was about 2,000, yeah, 2,000, but beautiful townhome by the beach. An average of $1,000 per bedroom, basically. I almost send them the wire that they requested, because they were praying and preaching about how they are missionary people and they are overseas saving the world. So I can just easily wire them the deposit, for the security deposit, and then they will give me the key. The key will be in the mailbox, blah, 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 blah. The contract can be signed online. Everything was so good, and it sounded so convenient, right? Well, when it's too good to be true, it's always too good to be true. I'm so excited, already envisioning myself living in this beautiful townhouse by the ocean. Then I went to the bank and tried to wire the money to these missionary people. The lady at the bank looked at me and said, "Don't do this. This is a scam. We see this all the time." I was like, what? And then I called that missionary people and said, "You are so wrong to scam a single mother who's already vulnerable, trying to raise her children. I hope you burn in hell." And they blocked me. So anyway, I almost lost that $2,000 for nothing. And then my baby, Amani, went off to look for an apartment by herself because she wants to move out. She's an independent woman. She got her job, her car, 18. She wants her own place. And then she said to me, "Mom, I went to make a deposit for the new apartment that I really liked, and after I send them the money, they never answer the phone." I'm like, ah! And well, she learned the very expensive way, my poor baby. She was just, trying to be an independent woman, having her own space. But that's a lesson that she learned. And now she's not only smart and independent, nobody fucks with her. She counts every penny, and she watches every penny, and she checked and verified with me first. That's the rule. In Miami, if you guys are moving in here, this is the most expensive time in life, okay? Everything after COVID, triple the value. I was a homeowner. I built a home from ground up. I know the cost for building a property. I know a cost of a fixer-upper, because my second home was a very nice home in Tennessee, but I always have to fix it up. I hire a French interior designer to do, all the feng shui theme for my mom, so she can have a nice sanctuary for her meditation to recover and heal from aneurysm, brain aneurysm. It's in my book. But the moral of the story, Miami is beautiful, but it's the biggest ugly scam city. Instead of Sex and the City, this is like Scam and the City. Don't get scammed. Everyone thinks that everybody is good to them. When it sounds too good to be true, it's bad. Double check before you wreck yourself. I learned the hard way because I'm very like I want something done for me. I am not domesticated. I will pay someone to move me. I will pay someone to relieve my stress. You know, life is about convenience and the best experience. I don't have a man in my life for as long as I lived, until 5 years ago. Now I have Don, but it was a struggle. The struggle was real financially, because not only do I have to raise 2 teenagers from adolescent to adult, I have to make sure that people don't take advantage of me professionally and personally. And I still got scammed. I got scammed by 2 relationships. And then I now almost got scammed with this place that I rent in Miami for a single professional or someone that is starting out as a college grad. It doesn't matter, from 21 to 91. Living in Miami for myself, speaking for myself, it's so much easier and less stress when you are renting. It's like a relationship. You get to know the person or the place after 3 years, sometimes sooner. I know my life works in 3 years. 3 years, I always upgrade. I always give myself something better to look forward to. So I am moving out from this place to a penthouse, a high-rise, a loft. And before I plan on living here, because it's so quiet, I have the whole building to myself in the summer, but it's old. Like, the AC makes noises. The place is like 1960 style, but I live it up. I transform it into my own home and make it very clean, clutter-free, feng shui, modern. You know, the wall was orange, the same color as my chair. The bathroom is, the tub is this color. It's very like 1960. But I did my best, you know, for this place to look aesthetically pleasing, because I want to enjoy my living space. And even my plant are doing well. I want my place to reflect who I am, and, you know, I don't only live in someone's place, but I create it as my own place to make it beautiful. Just to give you an idea. Now that I am moving out to my new loft, my landlord said to me, "You can't get the deposit back." I'm like, wait a minute. I paid you my security deposit of first month and last month. That's 3 months rent, right? My lease, when expired on August of last year. Did they renew my lease? No. So I basically continue to pay them month to month without any signed contract. Obviously, they forgot about that. So imagine me going back and forth, trying to get my deposit back. In Spanish, I have to translate everything in Google Translate from English to Spanish. That's how we've been communicating for the past 3 years. But, oh my God, it's it's sad because some people always see the dollar, the small dollar. I see trust, integrity, honesty, and I keep all the record. So I kept my calm, cool, and elegant, and grace, and said to him, could you please explain to me the reason why you are not returning my deposit? The lease was up since a year ago and we never renewed the lease, as it says by Florida tenant and landlord law that you have to renew the lease every single year. But you didn't. You were too busy collecting rent. Okay? So I have been paying you all this time without any contract. That's no bueno. And it took me a whole day, mentally exhausted, to try to get my rent deposit back. So Florida is the biggest no bueno state. Even though I don't speak Spanish, I will use Google Translate and AI, my, lifesaver. That's my lifeline. I don't trust anyone anymore. These are the people that loved me as tenant. These are the people that appreciate that I live in their place and make it a better place. When I leave, it's going to look better than when I found it. I'll be happy to show you the before picture. It's so embarrassing. I really spent a lot of time and money to make this place a livable place. And now that I am upgrading to another place, you don't want to return the money that I gave you that you're supposed to put into an escrow account. So when the tenant leave, you gotta return it to them after they finalized and moved out and kept your place nicer than it was. So let me make something really clear. I work too hard for what I have. I know when something doesn't feel right. I smell bullshit from cities away. This is not my first city. It is the city that I love. Now I'm going to call this city not just Miami, but it's the scam city. Scam in the city, not sex in the city. But trust and believe. Double check and verify everything. If it sounds too good to be true when you move to Miami or when you're living in Miami, make sure you run up the hill. There's no missionary here that's real that will let you rent their place for cheap. They have nothing to live on, obviously. They're probably from overseas trying to scam you, sitting in a cardboard box somewhere with a burner, a phone burner, whatever they call it. So this week alone, I had to stop everything. I was doing a lot between my clients, my own personal life, trying to seal the deal on my new penthouse loft that I'm moving into. I can't wait to show you. I'm getting an interior designer to work on it. Like I said, I'm not domestically inclined, so I have to pay for everything to get done because this brain doesn't work physically, it's mentally. And then just to be wasting my energy, my whole day yesterday was running around town, being on the phone at the same time with another scam, my car insurance. Oh my God, that is my week so far. What's today, Wednesday or Thursday? I don't even know what day it is anymore. Every day is like Wednesday or Monday. It's either hump day or work day. Every day is work day. So yes, after the scamming try with my landlord and back and forth, I didn't even look at his stupid screenshot that, oh, you gotta pay for early notice and blah blah blah. I'm like, no, I can also look at your contract that expired a year ago. Okay, I'm basically giving you money continuously month to month that you should thank me without giving you any problem. Okay, and I'm not charging you for scrubbing every corner of the floor to wall to make this place a beautiful place. I turned this 1960 to 2026 for you, but because I want to live in a beautiful, clean place. And now he said he will return my deposit after I pull out the fact sheet and I ask him to provide me the reasons why you're not returning my deposit and what did you do with the advance payment that's supposed to be in the escrow account that you can return to the tenant after the contract or rental ended. That's why they call it security deposit, last month rent. I'm not living here in August, so you need to give me back the advance month. Okay? The lease was over, expired since August 8th, 2025. Help me to help you. You can't just keep saying that your English is bad. No, that's why Google Translate. I don't speak Spanish, but I use Google Translate. I speak in English and translate it in any 50 language out there. Hello. You can't get away trying to scam people that are helping you. Help me to help you. So yes, finally, I wrote a nice professional letter and told him that by law, this is what you need to do. Comprende? And he said, thank you. I apologize 1,000 times. I will give you back your deposit after you move out. Muchas gracias. Then the next one, wait until you hear this one, okay? This is coming from live. I'm choking. I'm going to go get a drink and I will tell you about the next scam, which is car insurance. That's the legal mafia that we're going to talk about. We're not talking about the little company. We're talking about the big top 5 insurance company that I know and use for the past 4 decades. I've been driving since I was 16, so I am 53. Do the math. This is not my first rodeo. Don't try to pull another fast one because I have been living longer than most of you. I'm 53, not 13. So don't mess with me or my kids. I'm coming back and tell you about the car insurance scam in the city. Talk to you later.